First off, I'd like to start this video by saying Tyler Perry. Because why you gotta make Kelly Rowland, you gotta make this beautiful black queen look so bad? Honestly, I got really caught up in this movie. And I think this is a prime example of spotting the type of woman you don't want to marry. Because this shit had me pissed the fuck off. It really did. Like 1,000%. And that movie is MiA Culpa, or Culpa, however the fuck you say it. It literally means your fault. And you know what? It was her fault. It was her fault 1,000%. And this is a spoiler. So if you want to go watch the movie, don't watch this, but we're going to get into it. Honestly, I don't really give a fuck about none of that. I don't. Because the point is, she cheated. She cheated. And listen, I don't really play the whole, oh, you know, she was set up and she was this, she was, no. So she's a lawyer. She's working a law case, right? Her and her husband are going through problems, which is usually an onset of things, and it can crumble things in your relationship if you got a weak asshole. If she weak, it can and it will crumble things. It will, 100%. But if you got a solid down ass woman, it's not gonna crumble things, and everything's gonna stay solid. It's gonna stay solid. But she just had a lot of things going against her. But even still, I don't make excuses for her, because she did what she did and she was vindictive. Even though they set her up, she was vindictive, and her character did it all. She did that shit. She did that shit to herself. 100%. And this motherfucker, Zaire, trying to be me and shit over here seducing everybody. So this motherfucker is supposed to be some like womanizer who's just like seducing everybody with his paintbrush and his paintings. And she took on his case, and like her brother-in-law is the opposing side and trying to convict this guy. And he's accused of like, you know, taking out his girlfriend, right? And nobody knows where she's at. Nobody can find her. Long story short, she wasn't dead. She wasn't dead, and she was in Mexico somewhere fucking working as a fucking cleaning lady. But the point is, this dude starts hitting on MiA, right? Zaire starts hitting on MiA. The very first time she went to his house, she just wasn't being professional. She should have never went to his fucking house. Why are you working at his house alone with this man? And she already had found out he's a womanizer, right? But she's working alone with this man in his home. But little dude, shit, does she know she's being gamed? As a matter of fact, she knew she was being gamed. She knew it. She stood there and took it and liked it. Every part of it. Because the very first time he put his hand on her and said, close your eyes and brush and tell me what you feel. And then she later come to find out he was doing that with everybody. Straight player. And typical best friend. No, he wants the panties. No, he's in love with her, right? Because they said in the movie that he was taking pictures. He was spying because he's like a private investigator, I guess. And he was spying on the husband and took pictures, but couldn't prove that he was actually doing anything. So this is the way that they got her. So they know this dude's spying on her. So they go and have this one girl at the beginning who's all on him, who the mother wanted him to be with. And they see them go into a hotel, but they made it look like he's like, you know, laying down a pipe with this random girl. But that wasn't the case. She was supposedly sick or something, but it was a setup. And it doesn't matter if she was trying to set him up. So then her so-called BFF, who really just trying to ruin their relationship from the jump, and you know he loves her, he sends her these pictures. Yeah, I got pictures. I know I was wrong the first time, but look, he's in there with this girl. So now she's distraught. She's upset. She's super emotional and makes a super fucking emotional decision, and then goes and have sex with her client. And mind you, he did some wild, crazy, inappropriate shit. Before she left, he had another girl in there topping him. Oh, he pulled down his pants in front of her. She's in the elevator looking. And then the crazy part is she has to wait for him to press the elevator. So she's in the elevator looking. He's getting topped off. Whatever's going through her head. Then he pressed it after she watched for a good 30 seconds. Bro, like, she wanted to cheat. She was trying to, girls do this shit where they play dumb and they act like they don't really want it, but they do. Like, oh no, stop. No, stop. And like, it's bullshit. It is her fault. So then she goes to the car, she starts crying, she's upset, and then you know, she comes back while this dude is getting topped off. He tells the other girl, she comes back and this girl's riding him. They just straight up fucking. And then he tells her to stop, go, makes her leave. And then honestly, she comes back knowing that they was having sex. So that means she was prepared for a threesome. She was just willing to cheat and have a threesome. See, when women get emotional, they make the most irrational fucking decisions. And it's crazy. It's crazy. But not all. Because she's vindictive. This is the type of girl I'll tell you how to avoid. Oh, if you cheat on me, I'm going to get my lick back. Oh, I'm gonna do what you did to me. Keep that same. These is the type of woman you avoid. Because a good, high quality woman would have just said, you know what? I'm hurt right now. I need time to process. I need time to digest this all and recover and just be alone. I'm hurt. No. Oh, yeah, he cheated? I'm about to go have a threesome. Now, it's just emotion. That doesn't help. It doesn't help. And the crazy part is, her best friend, the private investigator, is the one who told her. Because he's so busy trying to get them cheeks. And then mind you, after she knows she fucked up, she calls him crying, oh, I messed up. I cheated. And like a simp ass punk, this motherfucker, oh, it's okay. I would never judge you. It's all right. You gotta take the case. You gotta keep going. Cause she's like, oh, I gotta drop the case now. I can't take him no more. Oh no, you can't stop. Listen, you gotta keep going. It's all right. I won't judge you. Simp ass. Bro, she had a lot of things going against her. But at the end of the day, she's to blame. She cheated. And the movie gets a little crazy. They try to take her out. They try to unalive her and shit like that. But I don't care. This is the exact woman that you should avoid at all times. A cheater. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're going through problems. You got to work that out with your husband. And the crazy part is she thought he was cheating. Then she got the phone call. And then her so-called best friend said, yeah, she wasn't cheating. She fucked up. She knows she fucked up. But it comes down to character. And this is why I tell you guys, the point of all of this is, you got to choose the type of person that is not going to make irrational decisions off of emotions. A person that's so vindictive. A person that just wants to get you back. Because that is character. That is who you are as a person. Because there are plenty of women who won't just do that. If they're hurt, they're going to take the time to reel things in. Try to understand this situation. Try to see if they want to work it out. And I understand he was going through problems before, but that don't fucking matter. And it's the perfect type of woman that you don't avoid. And that's why I tell you, when you get to know a woman, try to look for these little signs. Because they make her look like she's a good woman, and they kind of make her look like the victim in the movie, and they kind of make her look like she got so much going against her. And she kind of does, but that has nothing to do with the fucking excuse and the decisions that she made. Because she made really bad decisions, and she could have cut that shit off from the jump. When she saw dude was being super unprofessional, when she saw he was hitting on her, she could have cut that shit off from the jump. But she decided to keep it going. And whose fault was that? Nobody but her motherfucking self. So I don't feel bad for her. And her family was trying to get her and trying to kill this bitch, but it don't matter. It don't matter, because if she didn't cheat, that would have never got that far. It's MiA culpa. That's your fault by the definition. And honestly, Tyler Perry, fuck you for making all these weird ass fucked up movies. Like, and I don't mean that maliciously. It's just a really good movie. I got into it. It didn't do great on Rotten Tomatoes, but I don't give a fuck. It was just crazy. Like what are we talking about here? This is crazy. Fucking nuts. Anyway, guys, like and subscribe. Subscribe to the podcast. Subscribe to the Patreon. And shit is nuts. Like, careful the woman you choose, because these hoes is treacherous, honestly.